Welcome to another heartwarming episode on Animal Stories 1957, where we explore the beautiful and emotional lives of our animal friends. Today we meet Kiwi, a gentle soul with a heart full of curiosity, but a spirit that is slightly shy. The morning sun invites him outside, promising a day of new adventures and perhaps the chance to make new friends. Every step he takes is careful and deliberate, as the world outside is both fascinating and a little bit overwhelming. He takes a moment to appreciate the small wonders, like the sweet scent of a daisy blooming in the spring. Ahead lies the Central Park, a hub of activity where animals from all over the neighborhood gather to play together. Kiwi feels a sudden wave of shyness, choosing to stay behind the safety of a large oak tree for now. From his hiding spot, he watches a golden puppy chasing a flying disc with boundless energy and a happy bark. Nearby, a rabbit and a squirrel are playing a rhythmic jumping game, their laughter echoing through the warm morning air. Kiwi wishes he could join them, but the fear of being rejected keeps him rooted to the soft green grass. A friendly bluebird lands nearby to say hello, but Kiwi is startled and retreats further into his own protective shell. It is not that he wants to be alone, but he simply does not know how to say hello yet. The group of friends gathers for a snack break, sharing apples and berries, completely unaware of the silent observer nearby. Summoning all his courage, Kiwi decides to step into the light and approach the happy circle of animal friends. His heart pounds in his chest as he walks across the open grass, hoping someone will notice his presence there. The puppy spots him and lets out a loud, excited bark, which unfortunately startles our quiet and sensitive little cat. Kiwi reacts instinctively by arching his back and hissing softly, a misunderstanding that makes the other animals stop smiling. The joyful atmosphere vanishes instantly as the group becomes confused by Kiwi's sudden defensive reaction to their friendly greeting. Realizing he has made a terrible first impression, Kiwi feels a heavy weight of embarrassment settle in his chest. Overwhelmed by the awkward moment, he turns and scampers away, retreating to a lonely bench at the park's edge. He curls up tightly on the cold wooden bench, feeling that he is destined to be an outsider forever. The other animals try to resume their game, but the energy has shifted, and they cast glances toward Kiwi. A falling leaf catches his attention, reminding him that the world is still beautiful despite his momentary social failure. The distance between the bench and the playground feels like an ocean that Kiwi does not know how to cross. Suddenly, the puppy reveals a shiny new red ball, sparking excitement and drawing the attention of everyone in the park. Even from afar, Kiwi cannot help but watch the bouncing red ball, his predatory instincts twitching with playful desire. They toss the ball back and forth, their joy infectious, making Kiwi wish he could be part of the team. In a moment of overexcitement, the squirrel throws the ball too hard, sending it sailing towards the dense bushes. The ball crashes through the leaves and lands deep inside a thicket of thorns where no large animal can reach. The puppy tries to retrieve it, but yelps in pain as sharp thorns scratch his nose, forcing him to retreat. The rabbit peers into the darkness but shakes his head, realizing the precious toy is lost in the shadows. As sadness washes over the group as they realize their game is over, unable to retrieve their favorite red ball. Kiwi watches the scene unfold and realizes that this might be the moment where he can finally be useful. With a newfound sense of purpose, he jumps down and approaches the group, moving silently like a shadow. The others turn to see him approaching, unsure if he is coming to hiss again or to offer help. Kiwi ignores their hesitation and walks straight to the thorny barrier, inspecting the small gap with his keen eyes. His cat eyes adjust instantly to the darkness, spotting the red ball lodged deep within the tangle of branches. Flattening his flexible body, Kiwi begins to crawl under the sharp thorns, moving with the grace of a dancer. The group watches in silence, amazed as the little orange cat disappears fearlessly into the dangerous thorny thicket. Inside the bush, Kiwi navigates the maze of twigs, and his whiskers helping him sense the space to avoid scratches. He reaches the ball and gently taps it with his paw, calculating the best way to roll it out. Using his nose and paws, he begins to guide the ball back toward the light, careful not to puncture it. Suddenly, the red ball emerges from the leaves, followed closely by a dusty but triumphant Kiwi. He shakes the leaves from his fur and sits beside the rescued toy, waiting for the group's reaction. The silence breaks into cheers as the puppy rushes forward, giving Kiwi a grateful lick on the cheek. This time, Kiwi does not run away. He accepts the affection and purrs softly, feeling a warmth in his heart. The rabbit hops over and offers Kiwi a shiny red apple, a peace offering, and a symbol of friendship. Surrounded by smiling faces, Kiwi realizes that his unique skills were exactly what the group needed today. The squirrel gestures for Kiwi to join the game, and this time, there is no hesitation in his response. Kiwi tries to kick the ball but sends it sideways, causing everyone to erupt in laughter, including Kiwi himself. He learns quickly that being different is okay, and that true friends appreciate you for who you are. The afternoon turns into a series of joyful moments, with the puppy giving Kiwi rides across the green grass. Kiwi shows off his climbing skills, showering his new friends with flower petals from the branches high above. Exhausted but happy, they collapse onto the soft clover, watching the clouds drift lazily across the afternoon sky. Resting his head against the puppy's warm fur, Kiwi feels a sense of belonging he has never felt before. A butterfly passes by, but Kiwi is too content to chase it, preferring to enjoy the moment with friends. From above, they look like a perfect circle of unity, different species brought together by play and kindness. The sun begins its descent, painting the world in shades of gold and orange, signaling the end of the day. Kiwi stands and stretches his tired limbs, knowing that it is time to head home before it gets dark. They walk together towards the park exit, a band of brothers and sisters bound by a memorable afternoon adventure. At the gate, they say their goodbyes, promising to meet again tomorrow for another day of fun and games. Kiwi waves his paw at the rabbit and squirrel, his heart feeling lighter than it has ever felt before. The walk home feels different. The path seems brighter, and the world feels less scary and more welcoming. Even the flowers seem to nod in approval as he passes by, celebrating his personal victory of making friends. He pauses at his doorstep to look back at the park, already missing the laughter and companionship of his friends. Inside, the warm smell of dinner welcomes him, and he is eager to rest after such a big day. He eats his dinner with a hearty appetite, fueling up his small body after all the running and climbing. Settling onto his favorite windowsill, he watches the moon rise, casting a silver glow over the quiet neighborhood. His mind replays the moment he bravely crawled into the thorns, a moment that changed everything for him today. He remembers the smiles and the gratitude of his new friends, realizing that kindness is the key to connection. Grooming his fur one last time, he prepares for sleep, feeling proud of the brave little cat he was today. The room is cozy and warm, a safe haven where he can dream about the adventures that await tomorrow. Curled up in his soft bed, his eyelids grow heavy as the excitement of the day slowly fades away. He drifts into a sweet dream where he and his friends are playing tag amongst the fluffy white clouds. In his imagination, the world is a magical playground where every animal is welcome, and no one is ever left out. Back in his bed, the gentle rhythm of his breathing fills the room, a song of peace and contentment. Outside, the city sleeps under the stars, but the bonds of friendship formed today remain strong and true. A shooting star streaks across the sky, perhaps a sign of good luck for Kiwi's future adventures in the park. The sun rises again, bringing a new day filled with golden light and the cheerful songs of waking birds. Kiwi wakes up with a stretch, and today there is no hesitation, only excitement to get back outside. He dashes to the door, his mother watching with a smile as her little kitten grows more confident every day. Running to the park, he sees his friends are already there, waiting for him to complete their happy circle. The puppy spots him first and bounds over with joy, greeting Kiwi like a best friend he has known forever. They huddle together to plan the day's adventure, and Kiwi's ideas are listened to with respect and excitement. They decide on a game of hide-and-seek. And Kiwi knows he has the perfect advantage with his stealth. He finds a hiding spot high in the branches, watching his friends search below, giggling softly to himself. The puppy sniffs around the bushes and benches, confused by how effectively his new friend has vanished from sight. Kiwi lands softly behind the puppy, surprising him, and they both tumble onto the grass in a fit of laughter. The others join in the pile, a chaotic jumble of fur and tails, celebrating the simple joy of togetherness. Suddenly, a tiny chirp interrupts their play as they spot a baby bird that has fallen from its nest. The group gathers around the little fledgling, looking up at the high branch where the nest sits far out of reach. Everyone turns to look at Kiwi, the best climber among them, silently asking if he can save the day again. Kiwi nods bravely, gently placing the tiny bird on his soft back, and begins the steep climb up the tree. His claws grip the bark securely as he ascends higher and higher, carrying his precious cargo to safety. Reaching the nest, he gently deposits the baby bird back to its mother, who chirps a melody of thanks. As he descends back to the ground, his friends cheer for their hero, the bravest cat in the entire park. Kiwi swells with pride, knowing that he is not just a friend, but a valued member of this animal family. They sit together in the shade of the old oak tree, sharing water and stories, enjoying the bond they share. In the distance, another shy black cat watches them, hesitating just like Kiwi did only a day ago. Kiwi spots the stranger and immediately recognizes that look of longing and fear in the other cat's eyes. Without hesitation, Kiwi stands up and walks towards the newcomer, wanting to pay forward the kindness he received. He approaches gently with a warm smile, extending a paw of friendship to welcome the new cat into their circle. The black cat looks surprised but grateful, trotting happily alongside Kiwi to meet the rest of the friendly gang. The group expands once more, proving that there is always room for one more friend in their happy circle. The circle of friendship grows larger and stronger, a testament to the power of inclusivity and an open heart. Days turn into weeks, and the park becomes a place where every animal, big or small, feels at home. Kiwi, once the shy outsider, is now the heart of the group, ensuring no one ever feels left out again. His story teaches us that friendship bridges all gaps and that a little courage can lead to a lifetime of happiness. As the sun sets on another beautiful day, the friends stand together, watching the colors fade into the twilight. We leave our little park knowing that it is a sanctuary of love, laughter, and endless adventures for our friends. Kiwi gives us one last wink, a secret signal that he will be back soon with even more wonderful stories. The screen fades gently, leaving only the soft glow of fireflies dancing in the night, whispering goodnight to the world. Thank you for watching this episode of Animal Stories 1957. Please subscribe to our channel to support our journey.